Guy Gamer, and today is Skylander Saturday! Hey, what's going on, Portal Masters? Robert Walker here from CoinOpTV. Now, on this episode of Skylanders 101, we got the final swapper, Doomstone, an Earth Element, the last Skylander Swap Force swapper in my hands. We're gonna check out some of his gameplay right now.
Another smash hit.
Alright, let's check out some of Doomstone's upgrades and abilities here. Earth Elements, let's go with the top path here. We start off with the Column Club. Press X to swing a heavy column at nearby enemies. Living Statue, hold Y to block close attacks. Reject and Reflect, hold Y to block projectile attacks. And then we got Column Duty, hold X to charge the Column Club, release to cause large area damage. So I haven't really used that much. We'll have to try that out a little more. And then the path I went with on his top was Cracking Up. Enemies turn to Jade will burst out, causing small shards to damage other enemies near them. And then Mordoric Warfare. I don't know what that's a play on for words and puns. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments below what that's a reference to. Hold Y to hold Y to block attacks and do even more damage to blocked attackers. And then you guys may opt to go with Fall into Pieces. Hold X to charge the Column Duty at Club Dune. And then his soul gem is Stony Stare. Hold Y to block and cause enchanted snakes to come alive on the shield, damaging enemies while you block. And I'll show you in a minute how crazy useful that is as a defense mechanism. Let's go first and check out the bottom upgrades here. Stony Spin, press B to rapidly to attack enemies nearby. His belt sort of turns into like a little spinning top thing. Hold B to charge the spin. Spinning does increase damage. A Speedy Spinner, press B to increase the spin. And then the path I went with was the Jaded Spin. Now shoot jaded projectiles. So, you know, Doomstone doesn't really have a projectile, so I thought, well, if I went with this path, maybe I'll get some projectiles to help me out. Belt Pelters, that's kind of hard to say. Press B to spin and shoot more powerful jade projectiles at enemies. You guys may decide to go with the Harder They Fall and Spinball King. And then his soul gem is Spin the Table. During the fourth spin, enemies in a large radius are damaged. I found this kind of useful with like a couple of gear golems attacking me. I would just kind of stand in the middle and spin around. So let's see what it looks like in the game. Alright, Portal Masters, here's what Doomstone looks like in the game. I think it looks really cool. I like a shield in his column there. I may call it a sword at some point. I don't know. But my only problem with him is he's super slow, and all of his attacks... there's no real projectiles, you know. We've got the shield, we can block things, but it freezes me in place. Then when I do this belt thing, it kind of slows me down a little bit when I'm walking. At least I can't really do like multiple attacks at once. But anyway, so here's the first attack, shooting out his column there. It looks cool. You can charge it up. Here's the charge. And you can walk around while it's sort of charged up. It almost makes like a little tower there, and then you can smash that down. But I find that just going around like this and whacking dudes is pretty cool. And then the second thing is the shield. Now, when the shield's up, you can't move. But that's the reason why this is important, is because as far as we can tell, this is you can't be hit while you're doing the shield. So any damage that comes in your way, you can block. So I haven't tried it yet, but maybe like some of those arena challenges where it's one of these one-hit, one-kill things. I'm wondering if you could just kind of stand in the middle and just spin around and block everybody. And then it'll actually cause damage back to enemies that are close by. Let's see, can I shield? Can I show you on here? Yeah, see, there you go. You just use the shield to blast out. So I'll have to try that theory on one of those perfect levels where you can't get hit once. Ice cream, purple ice cream. And then the third thing is the spinning of the belts, and you'll see it takes like a few moves here to get it charged up. Cutscene.
Cyclops.
Trying to do my Skylanders 101 here. Okay, watch. I'll do the belts here. So one tap, it's a small spin. If you do two, it kind of gets bigger, and then the third attack or the fourth is like this bigger, longer range one. you could see, like, that would definitely be good for an arena challenge. I almost kind of feel like Doomstone was made for arena challenges, because you can kind of... Whoops, sorry, Evra, let me get out of your way here. Can almost, like, stand in the middle and just blast people away. Use the shield. Fortunately, if you're trying to play somebody ring out, or, you know, levels where you got speedy enemies coming at you,
Let's get moving.
that's going to make it a little tricky. Alright, so here's looks like a fire gear golem. Let me start by charging up my column here. Try and blast one of these dudes. That's good. 100%. One more. Let me see if I can get him. Oh, that's cool. I kind of air juggled him. Okay, let me do some spinning action here. Get in the middle. So you can see it does some damage. And then let me show you the Medusa shield here. See, I don't think I'm close enough to get him damaged, but look, I'm not getting hurt. That guy I'm hurting. And he also turns to stone on the smaller guys and kind of crumble away. So you can literally just stand here all day and the gear golem will blast fire at you, and your Medusa shield will just reflect it away. I'm gonna get a little closer. So now I'm actually doing damage to him. You can see 8s, 6s popping up. So that's kind of how that works. It's kind of a cheap...
Crushing victory!
It's kind of a cheap, weird thing, because, like, you know, with Chop, with his shield, you know, you can kind of block things, deflect stuff. But it's weird just to have a shield that is impenetrable. I guess, you know, Chaos's minions are getting tougher. We need more powerful Skylanders and these swappers. You know, definitely have to up their game, right? Also, if you didn't know, the Medusa shield is part of Greek mythology. That Perseus defeated Medusa in her lair. I don't really remember all of the Greek mythology things, but then Medusa was kind of an evil female character, and she would be able to turn dudes to stone just by looking at them. And if memory serves me correct, at least, you know, from maybe at least watching the movie or something, you know, one of these Clash of the Titans there, I think Perseus kind of had like a little shield or mirror or something like that, and he used it to reflect Medusa's gaze back at him, thus far turning her into stone. And then he chopped off her head, and he could use her head to stone. I forgot who he went on to go. I think he used the Medusa's head. Let's see, on somebody else. Gosh. Alright, I'm getting a little distracted thinking about my Greek mythology. You guys, let me know in the comments below. Who did Perseus use the Medusa's head then to take out after he chopped it off? I think it was the Taurus, the bull guy. Like that's the Minotaur. I think it might have been the Minotaur. Not 100% sure. Should have done some Wikipediaing. But right now we're going to take out some bad dudes. I wish I could walk when I had the shield. That would be the ultimate thing. Oh, you know, let me see if I can reflect their lasers back at them. Am I taking damage? Can't tell. No, it doesn't look like I'm taking damage. Okay, it doesn't look like I can reflect back at them. That would have been kind of sweet to, like, be able to reflect the laser attacks. Take him out with a little spin there.
We can't get through.
So I like Doomstone. It's a little, you know, it's a little interesting. You know, it's like pressure. I think when you're like the last swapper, you know, our anticipation level is like super high. You know, like last year we had like Ninjini and stuff, and I remember getting like Ninjini and thinking, well, she's kind of cool, but I wasn't really like blown away. It's kind of the same with Doomstone. It's like he's cool, but you know, you can't beat Rattleshake and Freeze Blade and, you know, some of these other really awesome swappers. So
Alright, Portal Masters, there's a closer look at Doomstone from Skylanders Swap Force, the last of the swappers. Are you happy to get them in your hands right now? Do you have them in your hands? Let me know in the comments below which path you go with when you're leveling up. Be careful, because Doomstone's got some really good stuff going for him and some really not so good stuff going for him. So let me know in the comments below where you go with your paths when you're leveling up your Doomstone. For CoinOpTV, we'll see you guys next time.
I, Chaos, command you foolish human fools